Bonjour, bienvenue à toutes et à tous, j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne nuit, vous passez une bonne matinée, bon courage à ceux qui sont au taf, bon petit café, bon petit déj, ceux qui viennent de se lever. Allez, on est parti pour notre petite matinale tranquille. On a avancé pas mal, là, au niveau des quêtes. On a fini l'acte 5, on a encore l'intermède à faire et je pense qu'on sera pas mal pour la mise à jour qui est cet après-midi. Donc pour demain, on va pouvoir tester de la matinée. On va pouvoir tester tranquille. Là, je regardais un petit peu pour faire celui-là. Je regarde un petit peu en off. On va déjà faire un petit coup de nos quêtes quotidiennes. Hop. On va repartir sur l'équipe classique.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Allez, nos petites quêtes quotidiennes. On est parti. Ah, la musique dans le désert, elle est vraiment pas mal.
The sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
On va faire un truc, c'est que je vais fermer Discord pour l'instant.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Alors, voyons un petit peu qu'est-ce qu'il nous va. Qu'est-ce qui t'inquiète, dis-moi. Allez. Arroser, bah du coup on va changer de perso pour arroser.
Wish me luck.
Non, c'est pas ça.
Let's dance.
Ah voilà. Ça appliquait pas assez.
Just sharpen my spear.
Allez, quête suivante. On enchaîne vite les quêtes quotidiennes. Matin, quête quotidienne. On prendra plus de temps pour faire l'explo quand on aura fini la quête histoire. Là, je voudrais enchaîner assez vite pour pouvoir. Et juste là, on va aller prendre celui-là. On n'a pas pour long.
Don't be scared! Out of the frying pan! Don't blink! Speed of light! With sword comes shadow. You play! You're such a pain! How heartless! You give, you receive.
On continue dans les éliminations.
Time to go to work. Booba, get them! Don't blink! Hey! Yeah! Speed of light! Don't be scared!
Now you're testing my patience.
Incoming! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
We'll meet again.
Power cord! Stay put! Don't blink! Speed of light! Hey! With sword comes shadow.
Regret.
Allez, on ramasse tout ça. Et la petite quête suivante. On va faire plutôt celle-là. Comme ça, on va se mettre au point de TP, on fera l'autre après. Alors qu'on finisse de débloquer.
Don't blink!
Alors, je suis curieux déjà. Voilà. J'aimerais voir ça. On va aller. Changer un petit coup d'équipe.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting. Yeah! Incoming! You play! Yep! Don't blink!
Voilà. Ouais, ok.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. Don't blink! Cut to the chase!
Ça y est, on commence à s'éparpiller. Merde. Faut que je fasse attention, j'ai pas remis. Faut que je fasse attention, j'ai pas rechangé mon équipe. Donc, oui. Attends, on va changer tout de suite.
I can't wait any longer!
Ça sent le chaos si je, si je laisse coller dans l'équipe, elle est pas faite pour.
Nowhere to hide. Stay put. Eat this. Speed of light. Don't blink.
Et où pour activer?
Incoming.
Que j'ai quelque chose dans le coin pour l'activer.
You give, you receive.
Ok, il y en a un autre là-bas.
Uglay, you're up.
Ouais, ça suffit pas. Faites-le passer. Ne occupez pas de moi.
Cut to the chase. Power core. Nice and spicy. Hey. Yeah. Speed of light. far as treasure is concerned.
Allez, on retourne là. Alors, voyons un peu ce défi. Ok. Ok. Hop. On va y aller direct comme ça. Ils aiment bien les défis contre la montagne. Ah, c'est un massacre, donc ça c'est cool. Je préfère.
Don't be scared! Protective! With sword comes shadow.
Il en reste un, il est où? Ok. Bon, c'est cool, tiens, on va aller chercher le petit coffre. Là. Juste celui-là. Et après.
Feel the beat! I'm the right pin! Incoming! Hey! Nowhere to hide.
Oh, comment que je l'ai tapé dans le vent celui-là. Je l'ai vu arriver, je l'ai déclenché, mais...
Nice and spicy. Don't blink. Incoming. Hey! Speed of light.
Ah, il y en a encore un.
Don't be scared. Power core. Lava, get them. Hey, with sword comes shadow. Nice and spicy. Feel the beat. Don't blink. Hey, nowhere to hide.
Voilà. Tranquille, pas de stress.
You give, you receive.
Ok, du coup on va pouvoir débloquer celle-là aussi. Du coup, sinon on l'a attaqué, on n'a plus que ces 3 là en quête histoire. Après celle-là, il y a encore du taf, il y a les fins obtenues, j'ai pas fait, il y en a encore qui sont verrouillés, mais voilà. C'est de la quête d'histoire, c'est déjà fait.
You know, Paimon's heard that Alhaitham's been made. Why don't we go to the academia and ask around?
Alors je me demande par où on rentre pareil pour le donjon. Là. Il y a une grotte dans le coin. Quelle est la question? Quelle est la voie? On va descendre encore. Ah, je crois que c'est celui qui est... Ouais, parce que là, faut qu'on baisse l'eau et on peut pas la baisser. Donc ça, je regarderai un peu plus tard. Allez, on va aller récupérer.
Hello,
Ah,
traveler.
merde.
Have you ever heard of a moment of dreams?
Oh,
La
that
déclencher.
sounds like some kind of sweet dream.
I'm afraid not. Dreams have become quite the hot topic in Sumeru, and many people are excited to share the dreams they've seen at night. The same goes for me. The last time I dreamed was when I was but a little child, so I can't help but feel excited and nostalgic about dreaming again.
Ça, c'était pas prévu.
Right. Everyone's able to dream again now.
Yes, we organized an event to give everyone with new dreams a platform to freely share their experiences. And thus our event, A Moment of Dreams, was born.
So it's kind of like a fireside chat.
You could say that. We hear all sorts of wild and fabulous stories every day. Really, why not have a listen for yourselves?
Yeah, but to us, dreaming is as normal as breathing. Wait, but if there are free drinks and snacks involved, then Paimon might consider it.
Oh, really? So you mean you've already seen many dreams?
But no need to get so excited. It's really nothing special.
No. We need experienced participants like you to share your experiences with dreaming. Please allow me to address you two as dream experts.
Oh, expert? Paimon kind of likes it.
Now you seem interested.
Voilà, on flatte Paimon,
Follow me to the meeting
on lui
place.
propose de la
Don't take much of
bouffe,
your
on la
time.
flatte bien et tout, voilà, ça y est.
Rest assured, you'll find all the drinks and
Ah,
snacks you'd
bah
like.
son dessert, Paimon, elle suit direct.
Wow, how accommodating. Sign us up. But wait, Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. We should see what the traveler thinks first. Why aren't you saying anything? All right, hurry up and take us to be dream experts.
J'arrive, je suis un peu coincé. J'arrive. Non, c'est bon. C'est bon, c'est bon. Alors,
Very good. Follow me then.
Do you know what's the most important part of being an expert?
Well, I suppose it must be accumulating knowledge and sharing your experiences?
Nope.
allez,
It's
on va
all
récupérer ça.
From now on, Paimon will be known as...
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Bon, c'est bon. Hop. Voilà. Ok. Ça c'est fait.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commit.
Ok.
Oh,
Alors, ensuite. Tiens. D'ailleurs, ça fait longtemps qu'on n'y a pas été, on va y aller tout de suite. Faudrait qu'on s'en occupe un petit peu aussi, là on l'a laissé tomber un petit peu ces derniers temps.
Would you care to sit down and...
Il y a des choses qu'on peut fabriquer qu'on ne connaît pas encore. On va aller chercher. Voilà.
If you ever have any questions...
Ok. Alors normalement il y a un arbre aussi en Sumeru. Comme
In adventuring, as in. You always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
un sanctuaire peut-être. Ouais, je sais pas trop là. Bref, on a fini nos quêtes quotidiennes. Maintenant, on va s'occuper un peu. Et où, voilà. Est-ce qu'on lui met une arme en recharge d'énergie? Limite, on peut lui mettre celle-là. Ok. Alors lui, il a besoin de quoi?
Wait. Huh? No.
Ah, on va le tester un peu, lui, je l'ai pas testé encore. C'est le moment. Coffre là-bas. On va le par ici, mais je vois pas où. À mon avis, ça va être en descendant. Voilà. On va déjà aller chercher.
Speed of light. Power cord.
Right, him?
Don't blink. Hey. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
Ok. On en a une en passant ici. Ah. Curieux, je vais aller voir un petit peu ça avant.
Don't blink. Incoming.
Ah, qu'est-ce qui va me débloquer lui? Ah, il y a un coffre là, ok.
Don't blink. Hey. Nowhere to hide.
You play rough!
Incoming. Pyrotechnic. Don't blink. Hey. With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
Don't be scared!
Speed of light. You give, you receive.
Bon, c'est cool. Il défi, on va le refaire en passant derrière. Oh putain, c'est ça qu'il faut.
Don't blink. Speed of light. Cut to the chase. Don't blink.
Bon, on va finir de farmer dans cette grotte là. Je ne sais pas, elle est cool. Cette grotte.
Stay put. Feel the beat. Speed of light. Hey.
Il y a encore un défi là, putain, elle est immense cette grotte.
Don't be scared.
Pyrotechnics. Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
Elle est là, hop.
I'll ensure your safety.
Ok. Donc ça fait la boucle ici. Là, ici, on a l'air. Il y a encore un passage par là-bas. Et on est perdu dans la grotte. On va prendre le temps
I can't wait any longer.
de l'examiner celle-là. Monsieur,
Stay put.
Feel the beat.
ah ça part en dessous encore. Non, en dessous c'est par où on est arrivé. Non, on n'est pas arrivé par là.
Hey, not the guitar.
Ah désolé,
Amp it up.
je regarde en même temps. C'est pas cool ça.
With sword comes shadow. Hey.
Elle a l'air immense cette grotte.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. You give, you receive.
Est-ce qu'on est arrivé par là? Oui, c'est par où on est arrivé, pardon. Donc il y a par là aussi, par là on ne sait pas où ça mène. Oh.
Don't blink! Incoming!
Il est où l'autre? Ah, il est là-haut. Hop,
With sword comes
on
shadow.
peut prendre le sympa, c'est là.
Don't blink!
Moi aussi, je sais mettre des bulles. Voilà. Allez,
Don't blink!
tombe. Ah, du coup, celui-là, il est en dessous. Ok. Alors, comment qu'on va le déverrouiller, celui-là?
At the ready.
À mon avis, avec un item, on est parti pour bien les connaître, ces bots. Il en manque un. Ah, là-bas. Et là-bas. Voilà.
Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Ok. Les câbles.
That's more like it.
Comme ça, on s'en fout un petit peu. Ok. On a un tunnel aussi ici. Ah, je suis curieux, on va aller. On est en plein explo là.
I'm on the case.
Ouais, alors je sais pas du tout là. On va repartir d'ici. Donc par là-bas, il n'y a rien de très intéressant pour l'instant. On n'a pas fait cette zone-là encore.
Speed of light! Don't blink! Hey! Nowhere to hide!
Ouais, j'arrive. T'inquiète.
Incoming!
Et ça, c'est cristaux, cristaux, cristaux. Ah, intéressant. Coffre là qui arrive en plein milieu là.
Don't be scared! Ah!
Feel the beat! Don't blink! Cut to the chase!
You, Blade! You're up!
Shrine till I'm dead! Speed of light! Don't blink! Hey! With sword comes shadow. Incoming! Power core! Don't blink!
Voilà.
You give, you receive.
Alors là, pareil, est-ce qu'on va être sur une sortie aussi? On va voir ça. On va un peu les couilles de vous là, les petits scorpions là. Vous êtes mignons, mais... Ouais, là on est sur une sortie aussi. Ok. On commence à voir le bout. On va repartir d'ici. fait. On n'a pas fait par là-bas. Je suis curieux par là-bas aussi. Ici en plus on a encore des petits... Ah, par là-bas. On est encore là. Ça va falloir la faire tous les jours, la grotte. Voilà, une tanne, je le sens. On va en avoir besoin d'un paquet.
Stay put.
Ok, donc ça en plein jour. Ok.
Incoming. Hey, nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Incoming. You Glade, your power core. Hey.
On va rechanger l'équipe quand même tout de suite. Avant de se retrouver encore avec un chaos. Voilà, on
I
repart
can't
sur
wait
l'équipe de
any
base.
longer.
Donc là, est-ce que... Voilà.
Stay put. You're toast. Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Faster, real fast. Ready, go.
Voilà.
Speed of light. Hey. Don't blink. Incoming. You Glade, you're up. Power core. Speed of light. Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey! Stay put. Pyrotechnics. Incoming. Feel the beat. Don't be scared. Don't blink. Hey!
On va garder l'outil pour... s'il fait encore les trucs comme ça.
Incoming. You Glade, you're up. Pyrotechnics. Speed of light. Stay put. Incoming.
Là, il va encore faire son truc là.
With sword comes shadow. Hey!
Voilà. Ouais, ça va, il est pas... On prend son temps et ça se fait tranquille. Ok, impeccable. Alors, on va aller à un endroit où c'est qu'on fait de la synthèse. Et après, on va retourner là-bas. Pour l'instant, on fait un petit coup. Il va pas mal, hein. Faut juste le faire régulièrement, mais du coup, tout est au même endroit. Ça, c'est cool pour un lifetime. On peut en synthétiser un peu. Non, on n'a pas. On va le transformer. Voilà.
Wait. Ah.
Oh putain, on essaye, on est encore à court de Mora. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait du coup? Est-ce qu'on se leur fait un petit coup histoire de... Qu'est-ce qu'il faudra pour le prochain? 4. Est-ce qu'on va commencer à farmer ces artefacts? Du coup, la vraie question. J'ai pas regardé encore. On va regarder ça tout de suite.
I'm all for work-life balance, but
Au
I
niveau de
think
ces
this is
artefacts,
pushing it.
qu'est-ce qu'il nous faut d'autre?
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Maîtrise élémentaire. Et on part sur rêve doré. Hop.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Donc pour l'instant, on va partir en propagation. Et on va partir sur un rêve doré du coup. Je me rappelle plus où il est. Ok. On va retourner dans les grottes de main, tranquille.
I'm all for work-life
alors.
balance, but
Du coup, on va faire la résine
I
au
think this is
taquet.
pushing it.
Il est là, le rêve doré, je crois. Ouais. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a déjà de beau sur le rêve doré? Parce que du coup, on farme les deux en même temps, ça c'est cool. Un sablier en ME. Attaque, recharge d'énergie. C'est pas mal. Celui-là est pas mal. Des coups. On va mettre celle-là en attendant. Ok. Ouh, un arme, faut voir au niveau du forgeron.
Here to serve.
Celle-là, on conseille. En maîtrise. Ok, pour donner de la maîtrise élémentaire encore. Ben tiens, on va en faire 4. Hein. Ah non, on va en faire que 3. Il nous manquera un peu de fer. Hop. Ok. Du coup, on va équiper ça sur Align Time, tranquille. On va se le build tranquille. Je pense qu'on devrait arriver quelque chose de correct assez rapidement. Celle-là, déjà, hop, comme ça. Ça, c'est demain. Demain, faut qu'on s'occupe de son arme. Voilà, ça, c'est l'objectif direct. Ok, au niveau de ces artefacts, donc on va peut-être faire une petite session là sur les artefacts, histoire de voir si on peut choper quelque chose de mieux, mais on n'est pas si mal que ça en fait. Bon, on va être un cours d'argent. Après, on va continuer les quêtes histoires là pour se faire un peu de l'argent. On va aller farmer un peu de l'artefact. Comme en plus... non. Celui-là, on le fait pour Yao Yao, donc on le fait pour 2 persos en même temps, c'est cool. Voilà, donc on va taper dans les 2 sets, ça c'est bien. Allez. On est parti.
You are not welcome
Don't be
here.
scared! Feel the beat! Speed of light! Don't blink! Nice and spicy! Hey-ya! You wait! You're up! Hey, go away! Incoming! Get to the chase! Speed of light!
Oh. Fini de me bolos comme ça.
Put! Out of the frying pan! Incoming!
With sword comes shadow.
Voilà.
Don't be scared! Stay put!
Allez, 2 secondes, j'arrive. Je vais me faire couler un petit café et avant de continuer. Allez, donc voilà, on est reparti.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Non, non, on quitte pas, on n'a pas récupéré les récompenses encore. Et... on est reparti. On comparera après à la fin par rapport à ce qu'on a mis déjà. C'est cool de faire un donjon pour 2 personnages, ça je trouve ça cool.
Nowhere to hide. Boba, get them! Speed of light. Hey! Good.
Testing my patience.
I'm getting incoming. Good. Don't wait. Go get it, Yuta! Nice and spicy. Don't blink. Don't be scared. Speed of light. Hey!
Is that all you've got?
Into the fire. To the chase. Incoming. Feel the beat. Boba, get them.
Now you're testing my patience.
Speed of light. Hey! Yeah!
We'll meet again.
Voilà. Pardon, on est du mauvais côté. Non, pas celle-là déjà. Moi, ça... À Time, je pense que d'ici ce week-end, le truc, c'est va falloir l'argent là pour monter un peu tous les artefacts là. Ça va compter encore une blinde.
Time to go to work.
With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
I'm nice and spicy.
Now you're testing my patience. Let's end this now.
Don't blink.
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Incoming.
Hey! Hey, go away! Stay put!
Don't blink.
Bubba, get them!
Pyrotechnics. Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Eh coucou TV Archie, comment ça va? Bienvenue, merci pour le follow. Ah, on est en train de farmer les artefacts. Là on fait, on va monter à light time, tranquille. Donc on farme un petit peu les artefacts. Du coup, comme on attaque Yao Yao aussi, c'est cool. Ça fait des artefacts pour les deux persos, c'est super. AGH la 3.6 là, faut que je finisse, ça va, tranquille. Faut que je finisse vite la quête histoire, la quête principale. Ah, j'ai fini l'acte 5, j'ai plus que l'intermède à faire. Et c'est bon, comme ça je serai à jour pour... Je vais être enfin à jour pour suivre les mises à jour. D'habitude, je suis toujours en retard là pour les mises à jour. Là, je vais être enfin, enfin dans le train. Après, j'ai pas fini, j'ai encore pas mal de choses à faire, mais voilà. On y arrive, on rattrape le retard. Là, on n'a pas encore beaucoup de persos là, donc hop. Là, pour l'instant, Yao Yao, elle est pas encore finie, mais elle est opérationnelle déjà. Donc voilà, pour l'instant j'essaye de faire plusieurs persos parce que la même t'es en retard aussi. Ouais, il faut... voilà, c'est pour ça que j'essaye d'avancer là. Ce matin j'ai fait mes petites quêtes quotidiennes, là je viens d'utiliser mes résines. Et du coup, la petite Yao, elle est pas super non plus. Mais bon, auto crit, dégâts crit, on s'en fout un petit peu. 22 000 de dégâts, déjà ça heal. Pour ça, voilà, c'est le premier dendro que je mets dans mon équipe. Et franchement, ça fait le taf. Ça fait le taf avec l'électro, franchement, voilà. Ça, c'est ma première DPS que j'ai depuis... je crois que j'étais à niveau 40, donc niveau d'aventure 20, je l'ai eu. Donc c'est elle que j'ai vraiment monté, buildé, voilà. Il y a encore des petits détails à régler, mais voilà. Celle que j'ai buildé dès le départ. Ça fait 4 mois que je suis sur le jeu, donc j'ai pas fait toutes les bannières. J'ai testé Ito et Xiao. J'aime bien dans le jeu, mais voilà, j'avais besoin de faire une deuxième équipe et ça manque. Comme c'est des éléments neutres pour les abysses, c'est un petit peu short. Donc là, du coup, on s'attaque sur un light time. Et après, une fois que j'ai build à light time, je vais attaquer Raiden que j'ai très envie de monter. Mais à Raiden, je m'en suis pas occupé tout de suite parce que j'avais, comme j'ai déjà Kanging en électro, je m'en suis pas occupé tout de suite quoi. Donc là, on est sur un light time tranquille. Donc là, on va chercher son petit set d'artefacts. Voilà. On a mis le dendro à Yao Yao parce que les deux vont être dans la même équipe. Voilà. Là, j'ai rien de nouveau. Là, j'ai rien de nouveau. Et alors, voyons un petit peu sur les coupes. Du coup, qu'est-ce qu'on a eu? PV. Attaque. Attaque dégâts crit. Ouais. Donc, je vais laisser celle-là pour l'instant. Et on verra au final, de toute façon, sur les 5, lequel est moins bon. On essaiera de trouver un artefact meilleur. Bateau crit. Et là, je suis en dégâts crit. On verra pareil à la fin ce qui lui manque. On va voir. On va farmer un petit peu cette semaine, on s'occupe de lui. T'es niveau d'aventure combien, toi? C'est un petit peu calme ce matin. Ah, ces derniers jours là, on avait du monde un petit peu le matin, donc on faisait un peu de multi. Généralement, on attend qu'il y ait un peu de monde, on utilise notre résine, voilà, à tour de rôle. En multi, c'est plutôt sympa, même si on peut faire solo, mais voilà. Régulièrement du multi, on discute un petit peu sur Discord aussi en même temps. Faut que je fasse le groupe, je sais pas encore fait, ça va venir. Plein de petites choses à faire encore. AR57. Cool. Cool. 55, on passe un niveau encore, hein, normalement. Là, je vais passer encore un niveau de monde. Non, mais vous avez pas de... Je vous ai déjà fait le coffre, j'ai pas envie de vous le faire. Là, j'ai encore pas mal de petits trucs à débloquer sur la map. J'ai encore quelques donjons que j'ai pas été débloqués, qu'il faut que je m'occupe. Une nouvelle zone. Voilà. Dans l'ensemble, ça va, c'est pas... Voilà. J'ai encore quelques petits trucs à débloquer, mais c'est cool, il y a toujours quelque chose à faire. Il est vraiment cool. Des quêtes d'histoire, du coup, là, il me reste ces 3 là encore à faire. Et là, j'ai plus que ça, et je suis à jour. Enfin, je crois, j'espère. Je me suis dit, j'ai fini l'acte 5, ouais, c'est bon, je suis à jour. Mais non, il y en avait encore.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here.
T'as déjà utilisé tes résines ce matin? Tu veux qu'on se fasse un peu de multi pour les donjons? Moi j'ai fini, mais bon. Si t'as envie, y a pas de problème.
The Tatara's Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless...
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Ouais, y a pas de souci. Avec plaisir.
Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is.
Ah, c'est un peu calme ce matin, les vacances sont finies. J'ai quelques réguliers qui viennent, mais là ils sont pas là. On se fait des sessions à 4, des fois c'est un peu le bordel, c'est un peu compliqué de s'organiser à 4, mais c'est fun. Hop. Non, c'est sympa en multi. Au départ, j'aimais pas trop le multi. C'est le matchmaking que j'ai un peu de mal. C'est souvent sur les équipes sur lesquelles tu tombes, c'est un peu la galère. Mais en groupe comme ça, quand tu discutes, t'essayes de t'équiper et de te coordonner pour faire quelque chose d'à peu près correct, ça passe bien. En train de discuter, du coup j'ai pas suivi où c'est qu'il fallait aller. Hop. Monter. Ah, c'est là.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial
Surtout
direction
dans les
for the
donjons de
first
conquête,
draft.
c'est le bordel.
I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much
Après,
about
c'est
that
les
place
abysses que je
either.
galère le plus. Là, je suis
We only came over
en...
here 'cause we heard you talking
sur la
about
salle
it and
10
wanted
là,
to learn more.
je commence à galérer un petit peu. C'est ma deuxième équipe, je sais pas...
I see. My teacher
Elle est
chose
pas
this
OP, donc
area
c'est pour
of
ça que je
research
refais une
as a
complète.
personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems
Je
like
suis
he
quand
went
même
missing
curieux
too.
de voir ce qu'ils vont annoncer sur la 3.6 sur la quête d'histoire parce que quand on arrive sur la fin de l'acte 5, il te dit bah, on va aller dans la nouvelle zone. Je sais plus comment qu'elle s'appelle, mais la nouvelle zone qui est prévue, qui est pas encore là. Et du coup, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont. Et normalement, elle est pas avant le mois d'avril, la nouvelle zone.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people
On
in
va
this
avoir une
story?
petite étape intermédiaire entre, à mon avis.
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
La seule chose, c'est dans la nouvelle bannière, va y avoir Bennett, et là, il me faut absolument.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
Marionnettes. Il y en a plein de marionnettes, là.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Ouais, on a déjà entendu parler des marionnettes.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'ils nous disent de beau? On va pas tout lire, hein. J'ai la flemme. Il y en a trop à lire. Ah non, mais sérieux, ils ont écrit un roman, là. On va les croire sur
please
parole.
read my essay draft as well.
Non, sérieux? Ah non, 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 j'ai la
Sawada
flemme.
was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Ouais, c'est un roman qu'il nous fait, là.
Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find...
Allez,
Some other stuff
on
to
les laisse
do.
débattre, là.
All right, thank you.
Ça va.
If you find out any more info about all this,
Ouais, ouais, pas de soucis. On dit si on trouve quelque chose.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it? Okay, then Even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Ah ouais.
Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
On sait plus, on l'a... On l'a battu, normalement, il devrait pas être... vu dans l'état qu'il était, il devrait pas être debout.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be lacked up?
Ouais.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Vas-y,
It was
explique.
my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Allez, on se calme.
He's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Ouais, c'est vrai. Franchement, voilà. Elle négocie avec le docteur.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean, he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Okay.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good.
Allez,
Go now.
période
Keep in
d'essai.
touch.
Si ça se passe bien, tu signes ton CDI.
Are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
C'est
Yes.
pas encore.
As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time
Ça y est,
I
elle boude.
understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
On va lui coller aux fesses.
Of
Pas un
course, I'll
problème.
be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
On va être son superviseur.
Great, thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul. Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Bon, ça va être tranquille, c'est l'héroïne qui est là, donc
Look at that.
pour l'instant c'est
Hot
tranquille.
on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Naïda m'envoie m'envoie vous superviser. On l'a dit, on sera son superviseur. On la colle celle-là.
No way a prisoner gets to be so smug.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with
N'oublie pas
harassment
mon gars,
from
hein,
the
t'es en période
guards.
d'essai. Hein.
But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else. Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Du coup, est-ce qu'on va l'avoir en
You
test?
sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Allez, entrons au cœur du
Is
système.
this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow! So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh! Paimon's never seen anything like this.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so
Allez-y.
say we did go running off in here. What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Ok, pas de souci, on tue.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Ok, on touche pas. Touche pas, il a dit.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He
Oh, ça
was
va être
actually
long à
telling the
suivre
truth.
comme ça.
Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint. The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Intéressant.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do. Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join. Huh? What the? We can
Elle a
talk
créé
to
un
each
groupe
other
Discord.
inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Bon, j'arrive, je vais me prendre un café pour continuer l'histoire tranquille. Continuons cette histoire.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say. As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Ouais, c'est vrai que dans le lore, il a été trahi. C'est pour ça qu'il a tourné, il a mal tourné.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well,
Ouais, c'est ça.
it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today. Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else. Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that? If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone. So the Gesse got it right? Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep
Ouais,
the peace.
il a une meilleure
I'm not
attitude, on est
interested in
d'accord.
creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But
my good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems?
Ah, c'est des problèmes d'industrialisation, ça.
Continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way
Ça y est,
from
il parle encore de
Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about—
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger.
Ah, c'est le
Call
docteur.
me the Doctor.
J'avais pas reconnu habillé comme ça.
Wait. Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as he has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
Il est vraiment sans pitié, le docteur. Ah, ça y est, on le reconnaît mieux, là.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Ouais.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me." What the mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dotori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Alors, ensuite.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Allez, cherche maintenant. Cherche un autre souvenir.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess
Huh? About what?
the reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas nous
Give
demander?
me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, All I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only saw you.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's...
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow. Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nihida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some...
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you up.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Ok. Ah bon, d'accord. Voilà, ça c'est fait, c'est quitté. Ah putain, ça y est. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Rêve d'éveil. Là, on va galérer à chaque fois sur les quêtes. Ouais, va falloir que je les fasse vite fait là, ces trois là, parce que ça se trouve, ça risque de me bloquer aussi. Non, ça va être... non, c'est en haut. Pardon. C'est moi. My bad.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. We finally have some real dream experts joining us. Esteemed experts, this way, please.
They must be dream experts from another land. Great.
Oh, I have a question. Me first. Me first.
No rush. Everyone.
Allez.
Whoa, Paimon didn't expect.
My question is simple. My everyday...
Oh, Paimon knows.
Ah, c'est la spécialiste des rêves, c'est vrai.
The second time, the third time, and the fourth
Ah, on
time.
s'en fout un
but
petit peu
then
ça.
the boar showed up.
Wait, why did all of your dreams...
Because slimes are monsters, even things don't tend to end well for monsters.
I suppose
Ouais.
you're right.
Moi
I
aussi.
just want to experience a different... Maybe I...
Looks like being an expert is way easier. Next!
Next, allez.
It's my turn.
Ah, c'est chiant. À chaque fois sur la quête principale, on a une quête qui bloque.
Well,
Je vais pas m'en sortir, faut que j'arrive à finir ça pour
You're
demain.
supposed to be helping.
Je suis presque.
First, why don't you tell Paimon?
Oh, it's quite ordinary. I sat and,
Why don't you just find your wife and talk with her? There's no need to wait for a dream.
well, unfortunately, she
Oh, sorry. Paimon shouldn't have assumed anything.
No, it's fine. I didn't ma-
Yeah, it's not really about.
Oh, is that all I have to do?
Think about it. If you're the one thinking about her, and you're the one that'll be dreaming about her, then it'll be easier to connect.
You do have a point.
Oh, my turn, my turn.
I want to bring the souvenir box to my room into my dream.
I dreamt of a raven flying over the wasteland last
Allez, la spécialiste des rêves. Débrouille-toi.
Their questions were way too difficult. We don't actually know anything more than they do.
Oh, va
We're
falloir
just
que
more
je finisse aussi les,
dreamers, that's all. You do have a point. Right now, these people. Oh,
les 3-4 histoires là pour être tranquille pour demain. Pour la mise à jour.
Bingo! If she was here, she'd probably be making some similar analogy. Unfortunately, she's super busy right now and may not have time for gatherings like
Pour 2
this.
minutes, j'arrive. Heureux. Allez, on essaye de finir ça.
Dear experts, we have another.
But you saw how we answered all the questions just now.
Ah, but this guest is rather.
Ah,
My question is, why didn't you immediately tell me about such an interesting place?
Huh? Nahida, how did you get here?
Interesting events like a moment of dreams don't happen every day after all. No matter how busy things are, I'd still set aside some time to check it out. Anyway, I really didn't expect to meet you here.
Oh, right! If there's anyone that understands dreams, it's you! You should be able to help us answer all these questions.
You're not wrong. Alright, they can ask me anything. The more interesting, the better. Huh? What's wrong? You were all so excited a minute ago. Why the sudden hesitation? Even so, it's not like I look super intimidating or anything, right? And in terms of reputation and renown, you've also done many great things in Sumeru. Yet they didn't even flinch at you. Alas, the interesting questions have all vanished in an instant.
That's not true, Nahida.
I don't want to get in the way of the original purpose of a moment of dreams, which is to let people gather here and freely share their marvelous dreams. Now the atmosphere here is like water poured into a container. The water is more secure and settled, but it has lost its free-flowing nature from the river. I just want it to be another drop in the water, not the cold and restrictive container.
She's sulking. Hey! It's alright, everyone! No need to be shy. The Dendro Archon...
All right, I'll give it a try.
Oh, it's the slime guy.
Hey, drop the nicknames, would you? Besides, I don't want to become a slime anymore. Maybe a finch or fish is more suitable for me.
I see. So you want to become a small animal in your dreams, right?
I guess I just want to experience something different. My everyday life is nothing but the same. The sky is right above me, and the ocean just over the horizon, yet I remain caged in a life of monotony.
So you want to experience something new in your dreams? Sorry. I'm getting a little...
Because if I don't work, I won't have any Mora. Sure, I don't want to be out hammering nails and cutting wood every day, but I have aging parents and young children to take care of. By the time this all dawned on me, I realized that my life has already been filled to the brim by trifling matters, and I have no more freedom.
But if that's the case, then even if you became a flying bird or swimming fish, you will still be hammering nails and cutting wood in your dreams. The reason is you've already been caged. It doesn't matter what your physical body turns into. Your mind will still be stuck in the same predicament.
Really? That sounds pretty terrible.
I don't know everything that you're going through, but how about replacing your hammer?
Huh? Replacing my hammer?
That's right. Having worked for such a long time, you of all people must know what makes a good hammer.
Well, of course. A good hammer needs to be heavy enough to drive the nail in with just a couple taps. And the handle has to have a good grip to it, not to... Come to think of it, I haven't replaced my current hammer in quite some time.
You should replace it. Then decorate the handle with something you like. Maybe some ornaments, fur, or hard leather wrapping.
That makes sense. I think it'd give me a good boost of energy at work.
A new sense of adventure often begins with the little things in life. You don't need to become a bird in the air or a fish in the sea. You only need to do your best in life, and all those things you cherish will become your source of happiness.
Yes. Yes, I get it now. I'll go and pick out a new hammer right away. No, I should make one of my own. Thank you, Great Dendro Archon.
That's our Nahida. Only you would know how to get right to the heart of the problem.
Actually, I didn't really understand the problem. Huh? I gave him that advice because I once saw a worker doing the same thing. Whenever he became tired, he would look at some names on the handle of his tool.
Ah, elle a
After a
triché.
moment, he'd start to smile. It really surprised me at the time. My guess is that the names on the handle were of important people to him. After observation, I know this kind of behavior motivates people, but why is that? Is it because of excitement, anticipation, or helplessness?
Oh, Paimon gets what you
Hey,
mean.
on avance un peu.
That's why I was a bit nervous. Don't mind me, though. This is just my way of learning.
Hey, don't forget about Paimon. Everyone knows that Paimon's also super...
Thanks, you two. That makes me feel a lot better.
I already asked the experts my question earlier, but I wanted to hear the Dendro Archon's response too. What should I do if I want to see my deceased wife in my dreams every night?
Longing for the deceased. Even if you keep reliving those beautiful memories, it'll only highlight the emptiness in your real life. If your wife were still alive, she certainly wouldn't want to see you like this, would she?
No, I suppose not. But our time together in my dreams is not just reliving our past together. I don't know. Maybe it's because I miss her too much. But it's really as if she had come back to life in my dreams. She even remembers each and every dream. After I wake up and then continue dreaming again later, we can pick up our conversation right where we last left off.
That's really amazing. Statistically speaking, continuous dreams are extremely rare.
It's almost as if my wife has obtained a second life in my dreams. But the more vivid she appears, the emptier I feel, and the more painful it is when I wake up. I don't...
Maybe all all of this is rooted in your deep longing for her. Were there any unresolved matters or regrets between the two of you?
I don't know. I suppose my biggest regret is that I couldn't spend the rest of my life with her. I really felt like I was ready to move on. I wouldn't be so hesitant now if it weren't for these hyper-realistic dreams I've been having.
Huh. You know, they say that whatever's on your mind is what...
But dreams are and will forever be just dreams. We are people living in the real world. It's not good to be overly obsessed with dreams. All it'll do is fill up your mind and eat away at your thoughts.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm also a little disappointed in myself.
Il a l'air
I still
fatigué en
need to
plus.
take care of our
Ils lui ont
child.
fait des très sympas, du coup,
And
qui
it's
correspondent bien à
probably
son
not
discours.
good to let her see me in such a state.
J'aime bien parce qu'il travaille bien les PNJ quand même hein, sur Genshin.
Anyway, thanks for your advice. Great day.
I'm a little worried about him. I hope he can find a way to cheer up soon. I think I can handle things from here. You don't need to stay here if you find it boring. You're here to have a good time after all.
Alors du coup, est-ce que c'est débloqué? Pas encore.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Are you feeling any better now?
Yes. I think the Dendro Archon made a really good point. I need to stop dwelling on my wife like this and move on with my life. Now that I think about it, my wife and I always meet at a familiar place in my dreams. I know where that place exists in reality, but it's a bit far and dangerous. But at the same time, I feel as if I should go and have a look anyway. Perhaps otherwise, I'll keep on feeling like everything is covered in a haze, like I'm only half awake. Once I can stop dreaming about that place, I'll probably be able to get my life back together. Actually, you two are adventurers, right? If it's okay with you, could you escort me to that place?
Yeah, it might also be a good chance for us to unwind. Even if you can't see your wife there, taking in some nice scenery will definitely help cheer you up.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Alright, go ahead and get yourself ready then.
Are you headed off to some interesting place without telling me
Non, bah viens te promener avec nous, Naida.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be answering questions?
I just finished, and I really got a lot out of it. So many interesting and novel thoughts. Anyway, it looks like you're going somewhere. Why don't you take me with you?
Oh, there's no need to trouble you, great Dendro Archon. I imagine you must have many other important things to deal with.
No need to stand on ceremony. Besides, I wouldn't have asked to come along if I didn't have a good reason. I wanted to use this opportunity to discuss with you some things that are puzzling me right now.
Huh. I didn't know the great Dendro Archon could become puzzled too.
I'm not all that different from you, you know. Alright, let's go. We can talk on the way.
Sympa la pancarte derrière là, avec le petit lit là pour parler des rêves. Alors, voyons un petit peu. On va. Ici, puis on va aller faire un peu d'escalade. Hein.
coming.
On va savoir, on n'a pas trop à grimper. Toi, je vais aller te chercher tout de suite. Putain, je suis vraiment sous ma roue pour... Ah merde. On est déjà parti dans la cinématique, j'ai pas le temps d'aller la choper.
It's always nice to go for a leisurely stroll.
Huh. Do adventurers often go to places like this? Huh. I guess so.
Ouais, là c'est calme ici, c'est tranquille.
So, this is where you always meet your wife in your dreams?
Yes, for the most part. Our place is on the summit, just up ahead. When I saw her in my dreams, we didn't do anything but talk about ordinary, mundane topics. I'd tell her about our daughter, Haidar, and she always listened intently. She would also reminisce about the past with me, telling me interesting stories and cracking jokes. It feels like no matter how long we may chat,
Comment qu'elle nous nargue
it's never
derrière.
enough.
Sometimes, it's the little things in life that matter the most.
This is the part I'm a little puzzled about. I'm very familiar with dreams, and normally, they lack logic and continuity. But you said she could remember what you had told her before, right?
That's right. She always listened to me carefully in real life, and now, she's doing the same in my dreams. She always surprises me with some details from our lives in the real world. The fact that she can remember such things makes me feel like she's alive.
Whoa, that's pretty weird. Well, dreams are kind of weird to begin with.
However, the problem is that his dreams have too much structure and continuity. Most dreams are far more fragile than you can imagine. For example, a loud noise outside your window in the real world could cause your dream self to get loaded into and fired out of a big cannon. Another example. If you're thirsty in the real world, then you might find yourself trudging through a desert in your dream. But the appearance of your wife seems unusually stable and unaffected by any outside interference. Statistically, this should be extremely rare.
I don't understand it either. But I have no reason to suspect or reject these dreams. They're too beautiful.
But I still want to figure out the how and the why. These kind of dreams are novel to me as well. That's why I want to have a look at the scene your dreams have been taking place at. Let's go. Just think of it as a nice little hike to the top of the mountain.
Allez, avant d'aller faire la randonnée, on va aller chercher celle-là là, qui nous nargue. Alors, voyons un petit peu.
Speed of light. Hush.
Ah, ouais, ça va pas forcément être très... Elle débloque juste en passant. Ok, faut déjà, ok. On va essayer de les débloquer un petit coup vite fait, celui-là, s'il n'y en a pas pour long. On va pas passer 3 jours sur la... On va vraiment
Ready. Let's
essayer de
go.
finir cette quête histoire. Ouais. Donc c'est pas ça. Ah, il y a peut-être un endroit pour... Ah voilà. Ah, on a débloqué les 3. Voilà. J'ai de prendre la position. Ok.
It's important to replenish your supplies
Allez,
often when you're out
on
in the
rechange
wild.
et on continue vite.
I'll bring my seasonings. Well, he really wasn't kidding. This place definitely isn't safe.
Ah,
No
un peu de
matter.
faille.
We'll just finish them quickly.
Yes.
Of course. This is all part of our little trip.
Ah bah c'était sûr du coup qu'on allait l'avoir. Du coup, fais voir comment que ça fonctionne. Ok. Je suis désolé hein, pour ceux qui sont habitués à Naïda, je suis pas habitué du tout donc. Ah toi t'es là. Voilà. On n'a pas eu le temps de vraiment tester hein.
The scenery here is amazing. It also seems like a great spot for eating some. Paimon wouldn't mind spending some time here every day either.
I've yet to see anything strange about this place. I do not plan to deny the power of longing. Such an intense but unquantifiable emotion could indeed have the power to organize dreams.
His wife must be a really amazing person. Huh? Wait, where'd he go?
Oh, so you are waiting for me here? Well, guess what? I've brought someone amazing with me. When the Dendro Archon said she wanted to come with me, I could hardly believe it. I'll bring Haidar once I'm more familiar with the way here. She's been telling me that she really misses you.
Huh? What's wrong with him? There's nobody there.
Wait, Minar. Don't go that way.
Uh-oh, he's gonna fall. Catch him!
Luckily he didn't fall. But what was all that rambling about?
He's in the dream now. What he said just now matches almost perfectly with the dreams he's described to us earlier.
Oh, so he fell asleep and started to have the same dream?
I find it a little strange as well, but we mustn't awaken someone while they're sleepwalking.
Huh? Minar. Where's Minar?
Oh, good! You're finally awake!
What happened? Huh? Sleepwalking? Oh, right. It was all just a dream. The moment I reached the summit, I saw my wife, Minar, sitting there, and walked over to her. After I introduced her to you, she seemed a little flustered and started walking away. I told her to stop because of the cliff, and then she seemed to suddenly disappear. A strong wind started to blow around me and the sky grew dark. When I realized something wasn't right, I woke up.
That sounds pretty wild. Maybe you were just too tired.
I don't think so. I slept a lot yesterday, and I don't feel very sleepy now.
Maybe we've affected the way his subconscious constructs dreams by following him here. Anyway, all that matters is that you woke up safe and sound.
I think I know what happened now. I'm sorry. If it weren't for you, I would have fallen.
Let's head back now. Don't come back to this place again for the time being.
Oh,
Nahida, what's on your mind? Paimon's a little worried now.
We still don't have enough evidence to work off of, so it's hard to draw any reliable conclusions yet. But I'm concerned that Ilmon's case may not be unique to him.
Oh, right! Come to think of it, there were lots of people from the event who had vivid memories of their dreams.
Intéressant.
And not only at a moment of dreams, there may be people like this all across Sumeru. We need to understand what's happening and the rate of its development as soon as possible.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's head back. Stop standing there, Ilmon. Let's go.
Allez, allons-y. Ah. Du coup, celle-là, c'est l'inverse. Et du coup, c'est celle-là qui est coincée. Voilà. Et on reprend celle-là. Oh, putain, qu'est-ce que c'est chiant, du coup. On passe d'une quête à l'autre comme ça. Ok. Est-ce qu'on va finir? C'est la vraie question. Attends, hop, il n'y a pas une étoile là? Il y a une étoile ici. Elle est où?
Speed of light. Hey!
À l'intérieur? Il y en a une. Ah ouais, putain, du coup, on est passé devant, on l'a pas vu. Ok, impeccable. Peut-être qu'on pense, je sais pas sur combien il nous en manque sur là, parce que j'avais tout mis la dernière fois. On va passer un petit coup ici, on va voir. Sur la statue des 7. Oh non, j'avais mis à 0. Bon, je laisse les 7 là. Comme ça, je te sais. Ça se voit que Sumaru, on l'a pas fait beaucoup, hein, quand même. À l'intérieur? Ouais.
We're out! And we're at, an inn?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before? He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Paimon's so confused. Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable.
Ouais.
him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, Paimon, so how about...
Allez, parlons bouffe.
Paimon will start. First dish, Andrean chili chicken, almond... Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls...
Ça y est, ça a réussi à t'endormir.
What do we... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What? The bell? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird. What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause... Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon,
On
but...
retourne à...
Is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Ok. Ah, on n'a pas fini, hein.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Bon, on va arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. J'ai les crocs. Bon, je vais essayer de me mettre à jour pour que demain on soit vraiment bien. Au niveau des quêtes, là, qu'est-ce qu'on est? On est pas mal. Je pense qu'on la fera à la fin de la bannière, hein, pour avoir Bennett, va cumuler un petit peu les primos. Au niveau d'argent, on en est à combien? 158 000, ouais. Il va falloir un peu d'argent pour le monter, nos petites item, et puis après il faudra encore de l'argent pour... On va laisser tomber un peu Kingling pour l'instant. Les deux dernières aptitudes, on ira farmer ce qu'il faut, mais on va pas les monter tout de suite. La semaine prochaine, je pense encore 2 semaines et on a tout ce qu'il faut pour la passer au max. Donc on y... Mais on... Voilà, comme ça coûte 700 000, on n'ira pas les monter tout de suite. On va déjà monter d'autres persos, histoire d'avoir une deuxième équipe carrée. Ah, concrètement, cette équipe, la deuxième équipe, non pas ça. Voilà, la deuxième équipe, on va faire ça. Et après, on va remanier un petit peu la première équipe. Donc, Lisa encore à finir. Et puis après, on va mettre... voilà. On va, Lisa à finir, à la time, Raiden. Et on est bien, et la deuxième équipe va être pas trop mal. Donc, comme d'hab, on va faire On va faire type DPS, formation rapide. On va mettre plutôt comme ça. Voilà, dans cet ordre-là. Le healer toujours en 4. Je vais bien mettre le healer en 4. Après, on verra hein, comment on changera. Donc là, ça va être notre DPS principal. Puis après, on va faire l'action avec résonance qui va bien, quoi. Ça devrait être pas mal. Puis là, dès qu'on a Bennett, on switch un petit peu. Et c'est là, du coup, je sais pas ce que je vais mettre. On va peut-être mettre une Bédou avec. On va voir. Bon, j'essaye de mettre à jour pour demain. Et demain matin, bah du coup, on travaille... Pardon. On fait la découverte, la mise à jour, la 3.6. Tranquille. Il ne devrait plus me rester grand chose à faire là. On a bien avancé sur les quêtes et tout. Je devrais m'en sortir tranquille. Allez, sur ce, je vous souhaite bon appétit, bon après-midi. Et puis, je vous dis à demain pour la suite. Et puis, on continuera aussi un petit peu à Line Climb. On va peut-être pas faire toute la 3.6. On va découvrir un peu demain. Comme d'hab, on fait nos quêtes quotidiennes. On fait, voilà. Ceux qui sont dispo pour du multi, qui veulent faire un peu de multi, gardez votre résine, quoi, là, tranquille. Comme ça, un peu de multi. Oh, aujourd'hui, petit stream calme. Ça fait longtemps qu'on a fait. Je me suis habitué là au stream, donc c'est que, voilà. C'est que ça bougeait un petit peu. Mais bon, c'est du bien un petit peu de calme aussi. On a pu avancer un petit peu sur la quête histoire. Puis je vous dis à demain pour la suite. Et pour la mise à jour. Allez, sur ce, bon appétit. Ciao, bye bye.